think that's huge. Certainly it wasn't as clean as we still would like it to be. But yet at the same time, I saw some improvement in a few areas, and look, we're just going to have to keep working and keep grinding to keep, continue to get better. But as we do that, to be able to get wins going along the way is a good problem to have. So I thought we ran the ball better in this game. I thought, overall, I thought we ran the ball effectively. I thought we were, again, able to get some explosive plays down the field, particularly there in the second half. And I thought, defensively, probably with the exception of the last drive, I thought we played pretty well.
Chris Jones got pulled up and obviously gave you a big effort.
Tony Jones?
Tony Jones, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Look, it was awesome. It was great. He ran the ball effectively. I thought we blocked it up front. He made the right cuts. 2 touchdowns on the game, so I think that was big for him and big for us.
You went into the game with just 2 tailbacks, kind of envisioning that Taysom could play tailback.
Yeah, we figured we had a couple of options there that could get us out of the game, and of course, I don't think we were anticipating Jamal going down early in the game like he did, but I thought Tony Jones stepped in and did a really good job.
Lave's catch kind of seemed to open it up for you.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, we had a couple of explosives really down the field. One to him, one to Shaheed. I think that's something that both those 2 players provide that element to our football team. So, that play's always sitting there in your back pocket, which is a good feeling to have. When things aren't quite going exactly how you want it to, you really just want explosive play from, making something happen.
Have you seen a common theme in the 2 games where your offenses just had slow starts and eventually found a way? All in the
No, look, probably the biggest common theme is we hadn't done as good a job protecting the quarterback early on in the game, and as the game goes on, I think our guys have gotten better at that, and improved on that. So, look, we got a lot of new pieces on the offensive side of the ball. Got a new runner playing back there. We got Mike Thomas coming back. We got a new quarterback. So there's just some new left tackle. There's some growth that's going to come with our football team. And here's the deal. I mean, look, these games are all they're won as a team and they're lost as a team. And I thought these last 2 weeks we've been able to put together 2 good team wins.
Was that the biggest issue you saw with the passing game today? It felt like explosives were almost the only thing.
Well, I didn't think our execution early on in the game was good. In terms of guys being in the right spot and doing the right thing every single play. Obviously, that got addressed at halftime, and I thought we were much better in the second half and being able to do that. And I thought we ran the ball better in the second half, which I think opened up some things too.
When your front is able to do what it's been able to do these last 4 games defensively, how much does that free you up as a play caller?
Yeah, look, it makes a big difference. I thought overall I was pleased with really the way that we played the run today. The longest run really was the quarterback scramble, and they had a 16-yarder early in the game, which we just misfit. But other than that, I thought we did an effective job in the run game, and then in the passing game, I thought rush and coverage worked together. There wasn't a lot of big windows that I could see to throw the ball into, and so therefore it gave our rush an opportunity to kind of get around the quarterback, and I thought we affected him.
How impressive to hold the team 2 games, 1 minute and 16 seconds away from no touchdowns in 2 games. How impressive is that?
Yeah, well, I think it should have been 2 games. So I'm not satisfied. But yeah, I think defensively, I think we're doing some good things, and I still think there's a lot of things that we can do better. So we're not going to sit around and pat ourselves on the back. We're going to go back to work and try to correct the things that we didn't do as well, and try to keep doing some of the things that we did well. But yeah, I thought front and coverage worked well together today, and I thought we did a good job, particularly up front, stopping the run.
Dennis, you mentioned contested physical catches in your postseason presser last year, a lot this offseason. I know some of those downfield throws aren't exactly what you're talking about, but the physicality and the concentration on Olave's catch and Mike's catch early in the season, I mean, guys just sort of winning and hanging out.
Yeah,
Is that
and look,
a huge element?
and you're going to have to do that in our league. You know, there may be a few times where you get some wide open, targets. But, for the most part, you're going to have to be able to make catches in contested environments. And so, I think that's been something that we've probably been a little bit better at this year. And certainly, hopefully we can, continue that.
Chris's growth in that area in particular?
Yeah. Look, the play made today was a hell of a play. One, I thought he might have kind of been interfered with a little bit in terms of holding that arm down and not allowing him really to get that second arm up. But I thought his concentration there, focus all the way through the catch point, all the way through the ground, maintaining possession, I thought was really big. I think that's a step forward for him.
Dennis, having in the red zone, Derek Carr talked last week about getting the timing down. His teammates is still coming. Is that something that just eventually clicks in, or is it time?
Yeah, it comes with work. It comes with repetitions, and we're not there in the passing game where we need to be quite yet. But I feel confident that we're going to end up getting there. It's more of a consistency issue in our passing game right now than it is, ability-wise, because there's some really good things we're doing, and yet there's a lot of things that we can do better.
Defensively, how important was it to keep Bryce from getting any comfort level, getting comfortable with his first time?
Yeah, look, it was part of what we planned on doing. I mean, that was part of the game plan was, obviously, be able to stop the run, and make it where he was going to have to be able to beat us, throwing the ball, and felt like maybe we might be able to get some pressure and kind of make him uncomfortable a little bit. So that was part of the game plan.
I feel like you're pretty confident about getting pressure with the front four, front three, depending upon your front, and having more coverage on the back end. Was that part of the disguise and trying to confuse?
Yeah, look, I mean, obviously we've got a significant number of pressures that we have in our back pocket to run, but we felt like we were doing a pretty good job of being able to get a little pressure on him with our front four, or our odd package on third down and things of that nature. So didn't feel like there was a need to blitz a lot.
How does that change things for you or for a defense?
Well, I think any team that can rush the passer with 4 and commit 7 to coverage, and be effective getting pressure on the quarterback, that's a recipe for success in our league. It always has been.
Dennis, just for the defense 2 weeks in a row to kind of make that offensive push relevant, by holding the team down in the first 3 quarters, what does that say about that unit? Just kind of the way they put together.
Yeah, I think it's a unit that expects to go out there and perform at a high level, and they've proven it time and time again that they're capable of going out there and doing that. And so that's kind of the expectation. And those guys want to be great, and they hold each other accountable. And we've got a lot of great leadership in that defensive room.
Kind of bridging off that, the 2 games you've had the offense kind of go out and have that kind of killer instinct late in the game, not just win a game, but close the game.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just awesome how we were able to do that in 2 weeks in a row. Obviously, I don't feel like we should have let it get to that point. But look, I thought our offense, they kicked the field goal there, in the was the 3rd or 4th quarter, and the offense responds right back and goes down with a score of their own. So that's kind of the way this team's built, and there's some ebb and flow to the game. And when defensively, when the defense needs picked up, the offense has been there to take over, and certainly the defense has done its part to help the offense. All good? Okay, guys, thanks.